Now I will call upon Mariam Arif from the ethnic group. He is an ethnic relations officer from New Zealand Police.
Assalamu alaikum everyone, Mariam. In my faith, whenever we come to give a big speech like this, or sit a really important exam, or do anything that makes us really nervous, we say this karakia. Rabbi shrah li sadri, wa yassir li amri, wahlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. E tōku ariki, ka whakatūwhira tōku mākau, ka ngāwaritia tōku mahi, ka wetekia te tapepe o tōku ariro, ka marama e rātou tōku kōrero. It means, O Lord, soothe my chest, ease my task, and untie the knot from my tongue, that they may understand my speech. So it's a prayer to make something easier than it is, you know, especially when you need to really articulate something well. Hence, untie the knot from my tongue, that they may understand my speech. The first person to use this prayer was Prophet Moses, peace be upon him. He was given the message of oneness from God and tasked to go to the Pharaoh of the time to deliver that message. Now that Pharaoh was not only a dictator, much feared, but he thought that he himself was God. So you can imagine the apprehension that Moses felt having to go to this guy and say, there's only one God and you're not him. So he made this prayer and he's asking God to give him the strength and the patience and the mana to confront the Pharaoh. But more importantly, Moses identified and recognized that it was all going to come down to his communication skills if he was to deliver that message effectively. And therein lies my reflection. If you think about it, that's precisely the problem that human beings have today. All the grief and the headaches and the wars and the hate that we have for one another, it all stems from the fact that we don't know how to communicate with each other, or we just don't want to communicate. The lack of dialogue keeps things unknown, and we're all afraid of the unknown. Yes? Imagine how different our world would be if we all mastered our communication skills, if we all listened, and when we conveyed our messages clearly and genuinely. Imagine the positive and respectful relationships that would be born from that. In the New Zealand Police, we teach our officers from the get-go, from the start, that their biggest weapon is not their Glock or their firearms, it's their communication. In fact, we don't carry guns on our hips anyways, but even if we did, before we reach for any tactical options, you can rest assured the officers using their words to empathize, to de-escalate, to negotiate, to resolve. There's a whakatauki, a Māori proverb, that I feel perfectly demonstrates the value of good communication. Mā te rongo ka mōhio, mā te mōhio ka marama, mā te marama ka mātau, mā te mātau ka ora. Through listening comes awareness, through awareness comes understanding, through understanding comes knowledge, and through knowledge comes life. Groups like Little Pearls and the bigger umbrella, I guess, of Pearl of the Islands, they give me hope that there's still some real efforts to untie those knots from our tongues as human beings. Every time I'm invited to these events, I'm really impressed by the wairua and the manner in which they strive to keep those dialogues and conversations continuous. And ultimately, that's contributing to the social cohesion that we're all striving for. Anei, tōku ero ki a koutou tēnei pō, haere tonu ki te whakawhiti kōrero. My challenge to you all tonight is, let's continue communicating. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou koutou.